Hey, you. Do you have a moment? I was hoping we might be able to talk about something I think is kind of important. Yeah, well, I mean, if you're not in the right mindset to talk about it, that's perfectly fine. There's just been something that's been kind of bothering me lately. No, I'm not talking to you because you're in trouble, but no, and I'm not trying to talk to you for that reason either. It's kind of related to this topic, though. No, don't get down. And don't jump to worst case scenario either. Listen. I don't know how you function like this. I don't know how it is just commonplace in your life to constantly believe that the things that are happening to you are just the worst things ever. Or that thing, one thing or the other. Baby, we really need to talk about how often you let yourself be a Debbie Downer. No, I mean it. I'm not talking about a condition. I'm not talking about an idea that you can only ever see these side of things in things. I know that's patently untrue. Because you talked yourself out of it just last week. See, I've waited. I've noticed this for a long time. And I've waited because I wanted to see if this was real or if this was me just having a lot of suspicions with no basis. So I watched how you talk to yourself. How you talk about a scenario when it doesn't seem altogether favorable. And most importantly, I waited to see if you do that in every single situation. Because I've noticed it. Situation gets bad, you're a Debbie Downer. Things are just slightly inconvenienced, it ruins everything. You can't let everything knock you down all the time. And I was going to wait, and I was going to say maybe we should see professional help for something like this. Like maybe this is something much deeper than what we actually think is going on, what I actually think is going on. And then just last week, you talked yourself out. You saw this thing that you would originally sit and look at as a Debbie Downer type of situation, just not able to see the forest for the trees. And then all of a sudden, you said, well, but here's the silver lining. And it kind of took everything inside of me to not look at you in shock. Why are you so down all the time? You know, I'm sorry. That's not a good way for me to phrase that question. Let me phrase it differently. Why are you so down on yourself all the time? Because that's sort of the other thing I wanted to talk about. All of these situations that happen, these things that inconvenience you and this, that, and the other, they usually have to do with you. You're so hard on yourself. And I don't know, I wanted to see if there was a moment that I could take where I could maybe try to encourage you in the right direction. Okay. Well, first of all, you are one of the few people I know who are as hard on yourself as you are. It's almost hard to watch, actually. Because you don't see yourself the way that I see you. You have such a low opinion of yourself. And I don't want that to be your reality. You know, a lot of things about... No, see? You're doing it right here. You're telling me that's not possible. But that's not... I know that's not true. Your mentality, the way that you look at yourself, that's all within your circle of control, right? So if it's within your circle of control, then you can do it. It just takes time. But you sit and you talk such harsh things about yourself. That you're too much of this and too little of that, and that you don't know why I'm with you because of this reason, or you think that you should just be ignored because of that. It's baby, that's not how it works. I care about you because I see you for who you really are. And I said earlier that it's hard to watch you be so hard on yourself because I see the person that you are. I really do. I see how kind, how compassionate, how loving you are. How whenever I'm going through my bad days, you want to be there for me just like this. That you want to sit and be the encouragement for me just like this. But that's so hard for you to accept for yourself. Or you know what? I'm going to get into pep talk mode. No, I'm going to get into pep talk mode because I feel like you need it right now. I don't know if you were heading down that path of being hard on yourself at this moment, but I just feel in my blood and guts that you could just feel better about yourself right now, and I want to help aid that in the best way that I can. So I want you to think about the job you have. I want you to think about the way that you make money. That is an accomplishment. That is being able to assert yourself into a situation, whatever it may be, where the end gets you financial gain. That's a positive. I want you to think about your car, your method of transportation. And even if it's a piece of junk, it's your piece of junk. It runs. It works. That's the thing that matters most, right? Those are just base level things. Those are very simplified things. But now we break it down to the nitty-gritty. I have my dark depression days. I have my days where I don't feel worthy of anything. And you are there for me. You help me see that despite the depression, there's so much progress that I've made. That I'm not the same person now that I was before. You help me envision an evening, just an evening, of where I could be a put-together person. That's amazing. When my anxiety gets really bad, baby, when my anxiety gets really bad, who's there to hold me? Who's there to ground me? Who is there to tell me everything that I need to hear to step myself back from that situation? When my mind gets caught up in the what-ifs, who's there to remind me of that? You know what all of these things mean? No, they don't mean that. They mean more than that. You are so hyper-aware. It's your compassion. You are a tremendously compassionate and sympathetic human being. And it's something the world could use so much more of. I value that in you so much. You are funny. You are selflessly funny. You are so funny that sometimes I look at you and I think to myself, the hell is this doing in my lab? Why do I have this person? And then you know what I tell myself? I tell myself that I'm worthy of the love that I desire. And it makes me want to continue to be better for you, a better communicator, a better listener, a better partner. Because I don't want to lose you, and I don't want to lose what we have. You inspire that in me. You inspire me to want to be better for you. So in this moment, right here, I don't want you to think about calling yourself trash. I don't want you to think about all the things that you wanted to accomplish today that you didn't. I don't want you to think about all of that stuff. Because you have come too far. You have accomplished too many great things to just look at yourself and think that you're a waste of space. You're not a waste of space. Not to anyone. Certainly not to me. What you are is a brightness in my life. You are a beacon to me. And in those times where I feel like I can't go on, you are that thing that helps me connect. You're that lighthouse. And I hope that I can be that lighthouse for you. So hey, chin up. Rough things are going to happen in life. That's normal. But you can respond greatly to it. I know you can. And if you're up for it, maybe we can find somebody to talk to about it. Okay? No, we don't have to decide anything right now. You just think about it. And if it's something that you think is worth doing, then I'll help you look into it. But no pressure, not right now. I just want to remind you of all the good you are, all the good you've done. The world's a beautiful place. And I just want you to see your beauty within it too. Okay? All right. Now, come on. If you're fine with it, and if you're of the mood, I want to admire my baby for a bit longer. Okay then.